Hello and welcome back to Transports Fever 2, the UK modded series. Thank you very much for joining me in today's video. And last time out we were creating, in fact, that train that you just see right there, which is one of our Northern Circular Line trains, this one going in the anti-clockwise direction. So that is what we got running in the last video, and we had some adjustments that we had to make because a few things were not working quite right, particularly at after West Bromwich going to Barnstaple, and it was trying to stay on one side of the line and all sorts of shenanigans going on, but we managed to get that fixed. Now, with the amount of trains that are now running in and out of some of these stations, what we're ending up with are trains that are either bunching up too closely together or too far apart. So in this video I'm going to be trying the Timetable mod, and in that Timetable mod I'm going to be talking about how it works. I'm going to be testing it out for myself, and after we've done all of that I'm going to see if it actually works and whether or not I can make it work, improve my trains, the frequency of the trains, and not only that, also improve the amount of passengers that I can carry, and maybe even remove a train or two depending on time limits. So if you want to see that, this might be a one-parter or a two-parter. Make sure you stay tuned. Right, so we are going to start in Bracknell, and I've got everything running at a fast pace right now just to have things moving. I do like the way I did this station. I think it just seems to work quite nicely, the station overall anyway. Trains are coming and going, toing and froing from this particular train station. Things are pretty busy here, as you can see. And what I need to do is I need to figure out how to get this Timetable mod working. Now, at the bottom of the screen you will see that I have Timetable down here on this bar, along with all the other things. Now, before I started this video, there were a lot of things on this bar that were unnecessary, and when I put the Timetable mod in, I couldn't see it. The time was sort of off the edge, so you may, if you're using this advanced game tool, what's it called, advanced statistics, if you are using advanced statistics, you will need to take a look at what you need to remove from there. It's quite easy, just go to settings and just disable them from the game bar by unchecking them, and that should allow you to do something and at least see the timer. And that timer is really, really important, because the way the Timetable mod works is it works upon a 1 hour basis. Now if I do that, you will see that that is working in real time. So when it says that something takes so long to get somewhere, that is real time it is talking about, which will also be interesting because this is going to give me an idea of how long things take to get from A to B. So whilst I run this for a while, the reason I'm running this for a while is because when we click Timetable, we can go to lines, we can select a line, so we are going to be working on these two lines, and normally you'll see it's like this, it'll say none. I've pre-prepared these with arrival, departure. We also have unbunch. Now I'm not entirely sure what unbunch does. I've not tried it, so that is perhaps something I will have to look into going forward. However, what we need to do is we need to get numbers up on all of this, because once we get some numbers settled in to all of these, we should be able to see where things do and do not work. And in fact, to start off, I'm going to take a look to ensure that we are not getting woefully caught up in traffic. What's going on here? What's you stuck in? Oh right, so you're stuck with something else, that's fine. So as long as the traffic is flowing, we should be okay. If the traffic stops flowing, that is where we run into trouble. Like that, for example. It's not too bad. It's not too bad overall. Is there any other traffic? Oh, there's a lot of traffic behind it though. So something's gone wrong because, as you can see, there is loads and loads of traffic. There's a lot of traffic sitting here. In fact, what I'm going to then do is let's attempt to use that unbunch tool over in Bracknell. So let's just go to unbunch and do unbunch time. Just for now, let's do an unbunch time of 10 minutes. Well, let's do an unbunch time of 15 minutes on this. And then for these, let's do an unbunch time of, I don't know, 10 minutes. Let's see if this works. So what that is going to do in theory is that is going to hold a train, well, the next train, for 10 minutes. That is how it should work. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to... That is my understanding of it. Now, I'm not sure if this is actually going to happen. So, we are going to, I suppose, take a look and see if it really works. We'll get our results well, live, in real time. So that was 13 minutes. I'm expecting that if another train comes in before 23 minutes, it will hold it. I'm expecting that. I'm not sure if it will. Or maybe it will just hold the trains there regardless for X amount of time. Perhaps that is what it will do. Let's find out. So we have a train here. Is it going to turn around and go on its merry way? It is. Okay, so I'm not sure how the unbunch works. Let's find out. Here comes another train. That's another express train. Okay, so 17 minutes. Clearly that express train is going to be there very, very quickly. I'm hoping that that does actually hold it. I think this may do what I think it's going to do. So it will not release that train until 32 minutes past the hour? That's the theory anyway. Let's find out. Of course, one of the things that I've just realised that I've not done is I need to check these. Let's tick that and perhaps then it will work. Or not. I'm going to hold you anyway. I'm just going to manually hold this particular train. So you do have to tick these to get them working. Now perhaps because I ticked it and it wasn't quite ready. But let's hold that train until this train is gone, because that was 2 express trains in a row. And this is again one of the reasons why I need to use this timetable mod. When things bunch up, it isn't going to work. Let's see if this unbunches for 10. Nope. I suppose that is because it didn't need to. Let's watch that at 23 minutes. If another train arrives before 33 minutes, there's one. Perhaps it will unbunch. You are going to wait for a free path, but that is fine. I'll let that train get on its merry way. There it goes. How many is that carrying? 18. That's poor. That's really poor. So is this going to wait now until 33 minutes? Or is it just not going to work on the unbunch? Waiting for free path? No. Okay, apparently the unbunching just does not seem to be working. Fine. Let's switch off the unbunch and say, I don't know, no timetable on either of these. And let's just work this out manually. So here comes another train. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look at this and look at the time it is taking for all of this. That seems a bit long. Is that taking 22 minutes? takes 10 minutes. Okay. I'll have to make some guesses here. But that shouldn't be a... Excuse me. Just had something stuck in my throat. Oh well. Yes, that should not be 22 minutes. That makes no sense if that is 10 minutes. So there are going to have to be some educated guesses. So here we go. We have a... What I'm going to do is I'm going to start by setting arrivals. Now, there are 8 trains on this line. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to work this with 8 trains. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by figuring out a start time, and that's going to be 0. So it arrives at 0 and it's going to depart at 1 minute past the hour. I'll actually switch off these for the time being so it doesn't get anything confused. It then says it takes 3 minutes 42 to get to Carnforth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it say 4 minutes. Should I give it 4 minutes? Should I give it 5 minutes to be on the safe side? Let's give it 5 minutes to be on the safe side. So it arrives at 5 past, in case it gets stuck in traffic, departs a minute later at 6 minutes past. And this is the entire idea. So then you have 4 minutes 23 to Macclesfield, which is... This isn't very... The journey times are pretty small. Interesting. So 4 minutes 23 to Macclesfield. So we are going to say, let's add, again, let's do 5 minutes. So we'll say that that's 11 minutes past. So you take it from the departure time, add 5 minutes, that's 11 minutes past. Depart at 12 minutes past. Early says 4 minutes 17. So again, we'll give it another 5 minutes. So we'll get there at 17 minutes past. We'll depart at 18 minutes past. Now actually, Ely being a station, Ely being a larger station with many places it can go, I'm thinking of leaving it there for 3 minutes. 20 past, sits there for 3 minutes. Seems to make sense. Over that, it's going to go to Berwick-upon-Tweed, which is 11 minutes. So, for that, we want it arriving at, say 11 minutes. That's going to be half past, just after half past. In fact, what I could do is bring that down. Oh, it says now 12 minutes. Okay. Let's say that arrives at... Let's say the arrival is for 31 minutes past. And again, it's a station where you could change lines, going different places. And we shall have it leave at 35 minutes past. Now, I may end up tweaking some of these. That journey time's gone to 0 for some reason. That needs to be adjusted. We shall then go 4 minutes to Downham Market, so that will be 5 minutes, let's say. So we'll have that at 40 minutes past the hour, 41 minutes past the hour, another 5 minutes. So that's going to be 46 minutes past the hour to 47 minutes past the hour. Then it's going to head on its way back. So we're going to add that back, and it takes about 5 minutes back. So that's going to be 47 minutes past the hour plus 5, which is going to be 52 minutes past the hour to 53 minutes past the hour. Back to Berwick-upon-Tweed, another 5 minutes. So we'll go 58 minutes past the hour to 59 minutes past the hour. But we'll keep this to 0, say it stays there for 2 minutes. So that could very well work for us. Now what I could do is I could drop this by 1, drop each of these by 1, drop them by 1, then have it arrive there and stay there for 3 minutes. So we have 3 minutes there, 3 minutes there. Apparently this is taking 15 minutes to get to Ely and then 17 minutes to get to Macclesfield. Something's clearly gone wrong there. So realistically, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the same denomination I used here, which was 11 minutes. I'll do 11 minutes for this as well. So this should arrive at 11 minutes past the hour and leave at, or let's say arrive at 12 minutes past the hour, no 11, and leave at quarter past the hour. We shall then go another, I guess the real journey time was 4 minutes back to Macclesfield. So we shall go 4 minutes, so we'll do another 5 minutes, 20 past the hour to 21 minutes past the hour, and then it's supposed to take another 4 minutes over to here, so we shall say that will be 20, that should be 5 minutes, sorry, so that should be 26 minutes past the hour to, oh no wait, that's not right. Is that correct? 20, look at that time, 5 minutes, yeah that's fine, 26 to 27 minutes past the hour. That leaves it 4 minutes to get back here for another departure, which means that really I cannot hold this as long as I want to. The reason being is that I would like a train to depart Bracknell at every 15 minutes for this express train. That is what I would like the trains to do. Every 15 minutes I want you to depart from Bracknell. So if we're going to do that, that isn't going to work quite as well, because what we'd need is that train to arrive back at Bracknell to depart just after past. So I'm having it at every, so it's going to be at 1 minute past the hour, 16 minutes past the hour, 31 minutes, 46 minutes. This will not arrive in time. It's close, but not quite there. So the only place I could probably cut down on is to go there and do that. That should arrive on time for a half an hour, but what I'm going to do is I'm now going to add a second one. Now the second one is going to have a 15 minutes offset, so for this we're going to have it arrives at, nope, sorry, I messed up, wrong one. Use the second one, 15 minutes past the hour, so quarter past to 16 minutes past. And I'm going to go around doing the same thing, so this is going to be 20 past to 21 minutes past. This is going to be, what is it, 15 minutes? It's going to be 26 minutes past to 27 minutes past. This is going to be 33 minutes past, sorry, 32 minutes past to, wait, what? Oh yeah, sorry, for some reason I looked at that as 2000 hours. That was confusing. To 35 minutes past. This one is going to be 46 minutes past to 49 minutes past. This one is going to be 54 minutes past to 55 minutes past. This one's going to be bang on the hour to 1 minute past the hour. This one's going to be at 6 minutes past the hour to 7 minutes past the hour. This one's going to be at, how has it done that? 12 minutes past the hour to quarter past the hour. This one shall be 26 minutes past the hour to 29 minutes past the hour. This one shall be 34 minutes past the hour. Is that correct? Yes, 34 minutes past the hour to 35 minutes past the hour, 25 to the next hour. And then this one is going to be 42 minutes past the hour to 43 minutes past the hour. That should be correct, in theory. I think that's all right. I may have made a couple of mistakes, probably not paying quite enough attention to the correct time addition. Anyway, then what we need to do is we need to do a half an hour offset. So the half hour offset, of course, will be half past the hour, so off the main one. So half past the hour to 31 minutes past. This one shall become 35 past, so 25 to 24 minutes to the next hour. This one will become 41 to 42. Didn't mean to do that. This is going to be, what is it, 47 to 50. The next one, yes, I know. I'll work on that. The next one is going to be, right, so for this, you may have noticed that once we get around to the hour, what I've been doing is I've been just going back to the hour. So the same thing is going to happen here. This is 1 minute past the hour to 4 minutes past the hour. And then this one, same sort of thing. This is now going to be 9 minutes past the hour to 10 past. And again, this is going to be quarter past to 16 minutes past. This one's going to be 21 minutes past to 22 minutes past. This one is going to be 27 minutes past to half past. And then we come back. This is going to be near just past 22 to nearly quarter to. This one is going to be 49 minutes past to 50. And then this one is going to be 50... that's wrong. That one's wrong. Why is that 27? If that's a 4 minutes, that should be 25. There we go. And that's going to be 55 to 56. So that's done, and then we need to do another one, and that is going to be a fourth train. Now, of course, in doing all of this, I'm pretty sure my trains are going to suffer, because I think the timings are all going to be off with this. So I'm going to have to see what trains stop for what and how they work. Is it going to end up with 2 trains bunched together every single time? In which case that is going to be a problem. So I need to look at that. Anyway, we're now going to go half an hour from the quarter past, so we just need to go over to, so quarter past becomes quarter to, that becomes 46. This one is going to become 50 to 50, not 514, that is incorrect. It's going to be 56 to 57, so this is just one of the timetables that are going in. Now I could spend ages on these timetables, but obviously the longer I spend on these, the more, I suppose the other problem is that this is just for one route. If I have 4 routes running past the same train station, into the same platforms perhaps, that could cause a problem. So I need to also take things like that into consideration. So yes, that will also be an interesting one to take a look at. I've done that wrong, haven't I? Have I? What have I done here? Just did half an hour across. Why is Berwick upon Tweed? Wait, why does that get there at 54? It's at 9. That's... oh, that gives it 5 minutes. That's correct. Then... something else I've done wrong. What have I done wrong here? I've clearly done something wrong. So... that one is... oh, I think I've done this one wrong. Yes. There we go. That was the problem. That should be quarter past, just after quarter past, and there we go. That's more like it. For a second I was looking at that and thinking that is not correct. There. Now things are looking right. It's very easy to make a mistake on this. It is very, very easy to make a mistake on these sorts of things because you are essentially just working at timetables, and you could type in the wrong number. I guess you could use a calculator if you wanted to, a time calculator or something. These timetables will need to be adjusted as things move on, and we have more trains running, more stops. All of that is going to have an impact on these. But what I want to do is at least get this one done, and then from this one I want to see if it works, because if it doesn't work then I'm going to have to find some other way. Okay, there we go. That's 4 of those, and perfect timing as the autosave kicks in. So I have four trains worth. Now, what would be ideal? No, there isn't anything ideal here. These are the 4 trains that are going to be running at an 8 minutes frequency. Now, if we have a look at it now, do that. At the moment, it says the frequency is 9 minutes, 8 minutes 54. Or well, actually, that's that frequency right there. We are changing that frequency to every 15 minutes. That is what we are going to be doing. So, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to... now, I don't know if this is a good idea, but let's try it anyway. I'm going to take a train coming in. No, I could have taken a train going out as well, to be fair. I'll take that one. There we go. And I'm going to send it to the depot. Why are you waiting for a free path? You can make your way to the depot. What free path are you waiting for? The depot's right there. Make your way to the depot. And this isn't the only one I'm going to do this to. I'm going to take out 4 of... I'm going to take 4 of these trains out of service. Not you. Not you. You're going that way. Not you. Not you. Ah, you. Yep. You. Off to the depot you go. That's 2. Yep, that's 2 trains. I have no idea where these trains are going to end up as well. I hope that they go to the right... yep, they are going into that depot. Okay, that was the intended depot, so that is good. That's a stopping service train. Oh dear. Come on. Oh no, that's the Northern Circular train. Okay. That's been making its rounds. So we're going to wait for the trains to come along. We'll stuff them in the depot. And then we're going to see if I can actually get this running as it's supposed to. So that now that's to 12 minutes. This is going to be turning into a 15-minute. Yeah, this is going to turn into 15 minutes. Now at the same time I need to look at how many trains are on... Not that one, the other one. Not that one. That's one. Right, so how many trains do I have there? In fact, I have them right here, don't I? So we have those two plus another 6. So I have 8 trains on there as well. Now, if I want them to be every 10 minutes, then I'm going to need 6 trains. If I want them every 5 minutes, that will be 12 trains. If I want them every 6 minutes, that will be 10 trains. Those are the denominations I can have. I could do it every 6 minutes and have 10 trains running on the line. And that is only because of the way it currently works. As I add more trains, as I add more stops in, more trains are going to be needed. I need to find another train coming in this direction. That is not that one. You. Oh, you're still heading for the depot. Lost. These trains are all over on this side right now. The entire lot is out this way. There's one. Yeah, go to the depot as well. Now I may end up selling these trains depending on what happens. Okay, so I now have 5 trains. I want 4. I need 4. Now what I might do is I might just end up selling one of these. Where are you? You're in down the markets. Oh, you're the one that's just leaving. Okay. You. Sell. Send to a depot. Okay. Now we have 4 trains. Now I'm going to switch on the timetable mod and select it. So we should now see this actually start to work. This should start working. And we're going to, I suppose, watch it from Croydon, which is the end of the line at the moment. Obviously, as soon as I add more onto this line, everything's going to change past Croydon. And once that happens, this may get longer, in which case, to get these 15-minute trains, I may end up having to add another train in. The only problem is that when it gets there, how am I going to work that one out? Is the train just going to sit at the terminal for however long it is? So here we go. This train is due at Croydon. That one should have been here and gone. So that is going to do... Well, it's going to pick up what it needs and it's going to go. There it goes. So it's a few seconds late, but that one is done. Now the next train that we are going to have... Well, there are some trains over at Berwick-upon-Tweed that we may need to take a look at, actually. There's a train here that is probably stopped. Yes, there it is. That train there is stopped, and that is waiting for the right time to leave, which is going to be 4 minutes past the hour. There it goes. And that is now on its way out. Now there are probably trains waiting in traffic behind it. Yes, here we go. There's another train. Now this train I'm going to have to manually stop. So once it arrives onto this track, I'm actually going to stop it. Oh, that's a bad place to stop. Bad place to stop. I'm just going to stop it just just as it enters the station. There we go. Right. So the reason I'm stopping that train is because I want it to wait until closer to the next time a train needs to leave, which is 1/4 past. It needs to arrive at 1/4 past and it needs to leave at 19 minutes past. If I let it come into the station now... that one was going back. No, that one was this one, yeah. If I let it leave now, what is going to happen is that train is going to sit there and say, oh, I was closer to the 4 o'clock, 4 minutes past the hour departure, therefore I should just go. But by holding it until, let's say, 13 minutes past, what will then happen is that this train will wait properly at this station and then depart on time when it should. At least that's the theory. Whether that is going to work or not, I have no idea. But I am going to try it. So there we go. Now if I let that into the station, it should now stay until 19 minutes past. And in fact it is. It has stopped and it will stay until 19 minutes past the hour. Now there's probably another train on its way in. According to this there is. How far that train is, there it is. No, it isn't. Is that it? You might be it. I think that is it. No, that's a stopping service. There it is. So that one is the next one I need to keep an eye on. So as that one arrives, I may have to stop it because it is going to be here way too early. This one is still going to be waiting until 19 minutes past the hour. It hasn't even got to 1/4 past the hour yet. But as you may have noticed, trains are now starting to be in the right spot. They're in the right place. And this helps clear the line. You are going to have to stop very soon. There it goes. That is now going to stop waiting in traffic, which is perfectly fine. Perfectly normal. So we shall wait for this one to leave at, well, in a minute. Now what I really should do is I really should have a mod that can increase the time further to perhaps 8 times, which would really help with this timetable mod, but this is what we have right now, so this is going to have to do. Yep, this will have to do. Okay, this train is now going to come in, upon which I will stop it. I can just stop it there, I guess. Oh no, you haven't quite cleared the... hold on, you haven't quite done what you need to do. There we go. Did I just see another train coming in? No, that's a stopping service. So that's one I'm going to keep there until nearly 1/2 past. Well, I'll hold it there until about 26 minutes past, and then I'll let it go. It shall come into the station and it shall just wait in the station. And hopefully, if all of this has worked correctly, we should end up with a very, very good timetable structure that every 15 minutes there is an express train. And that is the theory. 24 still. Here are all sorts of trains coming in and out. There's another one. 25. I suppose that puts it closer to the 31 once it gets there. So let's let it into the station. And of course, this does actually put forward the idea of, or the understanding of how complicated some of these things are. Train's just arrived. That train there's arrived a little bit early, but it isn't going to leave until past. This one here, that is going to stay there until past the hour. And then this one is going to stay here until some point. Now what I need to do is I need to find the last train, essentially, because one of these trains are out of sequence. I don't know which one it is. That one's heading to Macclesfield. Actually, these trains may all now be in sequence. So that one just left at 29 minutes past the hour. That one has just left. So this one should be the one leaving at... That one's just left, and that was past the hour. To get to early for that one. Yep, so that train there is in the 3rd column. That train there is in the 2nd column. This train here is in the 1st column. So I'm hoping that that train there is in the last column. Theoretically, that should be the case. And we should be alright. That should be the whole lot. Please work. I really hope this works. And also, it's a little bit more realistic with trains actually waiting at stations. There it goes. That is off on its way. So that's one again left at 34 minutes past. So it was... oh, it's that one. That was the 34 minutes past one. So that's that train there. That train there is about to arrive back at... It's about to arrive at Downer Market. 35 minutes past, 36. That's the last one. So that one was the one we just saw. That's column 1. That's column 4. That one is about to arrive at Early. That's going to be column 3. This one is going to arrive at Cornforth, and that is going to be column 2. No, that's it. We've done it. We've actually managed to do that. And though this says 12 minutes, though this says 21 minutes, the actual frequency of this is 15 minutes. So we should hopefully get this correct. So that waits there for a minute. And then it's going to pick up 26 passengers there. I think we should be okay now. Of course, we do have to worry about this massive train that transfers goods that are just not many goods. It does not do a very good transfer of goods for some bizarre reason. There's so many goods here. So many things that are shipped, but it just does not seem to be doing what I wanted to do. I'll have to figure that out as well. And figure out what is going on there. But for now, that is a first view of the Timetable mod. Now, as I said, in the next video, what I'm going to have to do is perhaps adjust it. I mean, I could theoretically adjust it to have a different number of trains per minute, but I mean, you've got 100 people waiting here for a train that shall arrive at... The train should be here now. Why are you so late? That train's a little late. Okay, so that little bit there is not working. That is really not working. I think what we'll have to do is drop a departure time on each of these by 1 minute, and then that's an arrival time. Did I just do that on all of them? Departure, 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 departure. That's 2 minutes for each one. There we go. And then that means that there will be a 1 minute earlier arrival on all of these, therefore a 1 minute earlier departure. And similarly here, there we go. That should potentially work out with the new setup. Okay, yeah, a train has left with 108 passengers. So things are working. 22 minutes. That's not right. That frequency is not right. I suppose it's trying to work itself out with it. It's 15 minutes. The frequency of these trains is 15 minutes. Let's see. I'm interested, before we end this video, I'm interested to see if that actually does work. What we should do with this is we should start off with a 5-minute unbunch. Let's wait for the next train. The next train should be here on the hour, so we should be able to see it somewhere right now. There it is. I was going to say we should see it somewhere, and there it is, and it shall be leaving at in a few seconds. Now I have noticed it does seem to take about 10 seconds to actually get moving, but at least it is doing what it needs to do, which is great. Now unfortunately, you could do, I suppose I could do it by the second. Say it leaves 30 seconds after it arrives. But 30 seconds to get onto a train, that's like the tube. No, the tube is even less than that. I think the tube is some of the tubes is only about 15 seconds. So I would rather leave a minute to get onto a train. That would make it much easier, and as you can see, it should now be arriving on time. It's actually arrived a minute early this time, but that's perfectly fine. It can stay there with its 27 passengers, and it picks up 53 going back. So this should theoretically help us to, I suppose, stabilize the journeys. Still sitting at 22 minutes, but a stabilization of the journey should really work. There it goes, and off it goes on its journey for the next one to arrive whenever it does. Now let's just go over to something a little bit more interesting to look at. Shall we go over to Erie and have a look at the trains toing and froing from here to end the video? So I'll just let's just go into this mode and let's watch trains toing and froing from here. There we go. That is that. Oh look, there's a train waiting here as well, ready to leave at some point in time in the future. So I'm going to end the video there. Thank you. In fact, probably go ahead and take a screenshot. So this is where I've timetabled it. There we go. Let's take a screenshot of that. In fact, we could sit atop this, sort of. Does that count as sitting on top of this? I guess perhaps it could. So we'll just watch from here. That is where I'm going to end this video. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Transports FIFA 2, the UK modded series. In the next video, we're going to look at the Timetable mod and the complexities of it when we start adding that stopping service also to the actual timetable. So in that case, we're going to have to start looking at trying not to overlap with the passenger service, simply because if we do, it is going to get stuck in traffic, and that is going to be a disaster. So we're going to have a look at that. So make sure you stay tuned to see that. If you can do so, please do consider supporting me on Patreon at www.patreon.com/ECGadget. Your support would be massively appreciated. It would really, really help me out. And also, you can find me on social media at ECGadget LP for both Twitter and Instagram. That is all from me. Well, I say Twitter. Don't know. No, Twitter should still be there. In fact, there is one other thing to do, and that is do go join my Discord server. Link to that is also in the description box. That is all from me, and I shall see you next time in a smoke. I shall see you next time in Transports FIFA 2, the UK modded series, and that was the Ghost of Christmases Past, or Present, or Christmas Future. I don't know. One or the other. No, it was the Grinch. Anyway, more trains coming. I'll leave you with this.